this year, more than ever, we've reached this tipping point where we are creating a much stronger infrastructure, which will make us stronger as a group as we move forward. So the first thing to talk about is our network protocols, which refer to referrals. So from both sides, referrer or referee. And this is guidelines and expectations, even things including complaint procedures, also how we expect member conduct to be. Everybody would have been sent this already. If you have missed it, which does happen, do let one of our guys know and they can resend that to you. In addition to this, I think we can all agree one of the main benefits being part of a network such as IR is the ability to leverage it when you're pitching or potential new clients. Obviously being able to show your international capabilities. So one of the things we've created this year is also a member client pack, which again would have been sent to you all, but we can resend if needed. And this member pack is similar to the membership pack, but aimed specifically at clients. So it includes sample clients, it includes case studies of the network in action, and really about the philosophy and the principles of the group. So this is something we really recommend you do use. It's something beneficial for when you are speaking to new clients, but also it helps brand your fellow members and the network and helps us grow together. In addition to this, and this is connected to the member client pack, we've also created some marketing guidelines. We all realize you're very busy and sometimes you're not always thinking about how you're promoting the network or promoting each other, but we've provided some guidelines for everybody from using the branding on your website, marketing materials, branding, banners, and also about how you can collaborate with other members on things such as our virtual series publications and so on, which I'm going to talk about a bit more shortly. And I think probably the biggest news in the last probably 6 to 12 months is the introduction of our additional services. So we actually just recently recruited, or I should say re-recruited Rachel, who's standing at the back in between the two guys. Rachel actually worked with us for a number of years, then left us to go traveling around the world, but obviously missed us too much, so she's back. Well, we're happy to have her at least. And Rachel's actually managing all of our additional service offerings. So this includes social media management, branding, design, building websites for members, to cybersecurity, firm management, where we work with strategic partners, and other support services. So if you are interested in any of these services, Rachel's definitely the person to speak to. The idea and the thinking behind this is when you have a requirement, whether it be editorial or design, branding, not only do you need the highest quality, but you need someone who understands professional services. Many of you, as Ross alluded to, are, let's say, boutique or mid-sized firms, and maybe you don't have a specialist digital marketing manager in your firm. It probably wouldn't make financial sense for you to recruit somebody. But by working with our selected partners and through IR for a very small monthly retainer or whatever it may be, you're able to benefit from these services, our expertise of the market, and help improve and grow your brand. Now, one of the other things which is part of Rachel's remit is our virtual series and spotlights. So I'm sure you've probably noticed a few of these publications on the registration desks. I see a few around the room at the moment as well. And these are a series of publications which we created last year. Now, some of you have already been involved in these, but for the benefit of people who this could be completely new to, I'll explain the reasoning and exactly the process. So starting with the virtual series, we decided it was very important to create closer member collaboration and communication. And one of the ways to do that was to bring members together on a particular subject matter or topic to give their own jurisdictional expertise. So this has so far been led by our practice area working groups with our steering committees, which we have 10 of. So we've now either completed or in the final stages of signing off 10 copies or 10 publications. And the idea is we invite up to 8 to 10 firms from different jurisdictions. They invite to join one conference call together for a sharing of knowledge and to communicate about what's going on in each other's jurisdictions. We use a professional journalist who records this and then transcribes it into a publication. It's then sent back for the approval of those involved. And of course, then it's sent to design to make a beautiful looking document which can be used for online or printed copies. So apart from the benefits where this is obviously useful for communication and building trust and understanding of what your fellow members are doing, the real beauty of this is actually the end product, because you then have a publication where you're benefiting not just from IR Global's marketing reach, but each of your own individual marketing. So you're benefiting from the national marketing of your respective members. And again, this is something very attractive and interesting for your clients, for you to share content on your website or in your reception area perhaps, which shows your international capabilities and the knowledge which exists with your extended global network. So the next stage is at the moment, we're about to start a series looking at different sectors. We're also talking with some of our regional groups to do some regional features as well. But actually, we're open to all ideas. So if you have got an idea for a topic, there's something you would like to do, again, you can go and speak to Rachel and she can talk that through. In addition to this, one of the other things we created was the spotlights. It's a little bit small, I guess, so you can't really see it, but that's in the top left here. And this was the first one we created for one of our members in the Netherlands, Shai Kuttner. This really came down to the understanding of trying to show the personality, the principles of the group, and actually what makes the group strong is it's you, the members. So we've created a series which is an in-depth interview with different members about their working practices and really where their philosophy lies, what drives them as individuals. So we're only doing one per month up until October, and they've all been confirmed or booked already. We'll then be moving to 2 a month thereafter. So if you are interested in having something similar to that created, again, just let us know. So just now to tell you a little bit about some of the activities and what we've been busy behind the scenes doing, some of the things which perhaps you haven't heard of yet. I referred to the working groups earlier, so we regularly have management committee calls with our different committees. One of the things which has come up time and time again is creating closer ties to in-house counsel and how we can develop these closer partnerships. I'm looking down, I see Lorenzo here already. Lorenzo's already suggested quite a few organizations where I know he's got some very good connections. And we're interested in exploring these opportunities both nationally and internationally at the moment and creating partnerships and relationships where potentially we can connect events and so on. One of the first things we will be doing, we're actually sponsoring in London this year the GCC Summit, which is 150 of the top senior in-house counsel in the UK of international companies. So Urs, who's with us today, will be co-sponsoring and partnering with us, as well as Simon Rouse from Ashfords, and also Shai Kuttner from the Netherlands. So we're very interested in engaging in more of these events, and it doesn't just have to be in-house. This could be sector, or it could be on other topics. So again, we really welcome your ideas and thoughts if there's something which you think could benefit the group and benefit your fellow members. Talking about another event, Expo Real is something which is coming up very soon. And I'm actually going to pass you across to our head of real estate, Peter, just to tell you a little bit about what we're doing.
Thank you very much, Tom. We try to be very proactive in our real estate practice group, trying to present IR Global and as many as possible member firms to the market. Those who are familiar with real estate business know about Expo Real in Munich. This is an international, recognized, very important event taking place in the beginning of October. And it's now 7-8 firms having confirmed joining this event. We will have a stand and we will prepare carefully by inviting clients and introducing them to co-members, identifying targets which are interesting, potential clients, and we will try to prepare some framework program as well. So please be invited, whoever and who is interested in joining this event. Please come talk to me, and I'm very happy to make you familiar with all details. We try to show a strong presence. This is perfect for IR Global to make the brand strong and to put us into a position to compete with multinational law firms. Mutual pitching, that's our chance to attack the market, and we go strong together. Please come to me, talk to me. I'm happy for everybody being interested. Tom, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to the audience.
So staying on events, apart from sponsorships and events we're trying to engage and create partnerships. Of course, there's a number of major events which I'm sure all the lawyers will be familiar with, things like INTER for the IP, and the IBA, the International Bar Association, which these huge events, I think both of them around 5,000-6,000 people. But it's the same if you're a accountancy firm as well. I'm sure there's other events you go to. And the idea is we're also, well, we have already been doing it, but we're going to make a very strong focus on creating IR events connected to these conferences. Probably just a dinner or a drinks reception, but an opportunity, if you are going to other events, to make sure you let us know, and then we'll arrange a dinner for all your fellow IR members to get together, so before the conference. So again, another nice networking opportunity. So moving on, you can see SEO. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the term. For those who aren't, search engine optimization. So basically how high you are listed on Google. This is something we've made a major financial investment in this year, something which you will start seeing the effects probably within 6 months. But this has got a heavy investments on our practice groups, our sectors, but also on your individual profile pages. So this means you'll all be getting much higher visibility to any international or any client potentially who is looking in your jurisdiction. In addition, we have our forums. You've probably all seen these or seen some email correspondence at some point. It was something implemented only at the beginning of this year, again on the same thread of building communication between members in between events. So it is a work in progress. It's not a perfect system yet, and there is a lot of work going on behind the scenes. We are also mindful that you're probably not going to wake up first thing and get onto the forums before you deal with your clients. But at the same time, we think it's very important that members are communicating and engaging, whether that be on possible marketing collaboration, sharing of information, clients, opportunities. So this is something we're investing in at the moment, and in the very near future, in the next couple of weeks, we'll have the practice groups and regional groups where everybody will be auto-added in. You'll still be able to select how often you get notifications. You can turn them off altogether if you wish to. But the idea is to create a flow of communication where, obviously, the events are great, but between the events, we can start building up communication and the conversations. And finally, just to talk a bit about sector teaming. You would have seen this if you completed the annual questionnaire, or just before the event, you may have seen an update on this. One of the questions was to find out what were your 3 core sector interests. We know this isn't as relevant to every person, but we have seen this as a great place for members to find synergies, even though they might be in different practice areas, that we are dealing with similar clients, and then there is cross-referral possibilities. So I think around 300 of our members completed this survey. That information's now been shared with the whole group. And again, we're going to have a lot stronger focus on building up these sector teams. And again, we'll be doing this later in the day for the final networking tables to try and explore other ideas and opportunities in these areas. So if you haven't completed it, but you would like to make sure you are included on the Excel, I would speak to Becky or maybe send an email post-event, and we can get your details added on if you are missing.